killers who showed no remorse to victims' families in court. In a series of chilling criminal cases, individuals propelled by hatred, possessiveness, and distorted motives left a trail of violence, sorrow, and disbelief. From hate-fueled rampages and disturbing acts of kidnapping to brutal assaults on families, each case exposes the darkest corners of human behavior. As we delve into these cases, we confront a harsh reality: the urgent need to address and confront the complex issues that lead to such heinous acts. Jeremy Christian. In the city of Portland, Oregon, the tranquility of a Max Light rail train was shattered by the gruesome actions of Jeremy Christian, arrested for the murder of 2 men in May 2017. Christian's trial exposed not only the brutality of his crimes, but also his unrepentant demeanor in the courtroom. This case delves into the shocking events that transpired on that fateful day and the subsequent legal proceedings that unfolded. Jeremy Christian's case is a harrowing illustration of hate-driven violence that unfolded on a Portland train in May 2017. Infamous for his white nationalist beliefs, Christian's actions resulted in the death of 2 men and severe injuries to another. The incident began with Christian hurling racist and anti-Muslim slurs at 2 black teenagers on the train. As tensions escalated, several passengers intervened, confronting Christian about his hateful language. In response, he brandished a knife, threatening and ultimately stabbing 3 men who sought to protect the teenagers. Ricky John Best and Taliesin Namkai Meche tragically lost their lives, while Micah Fletcher survived with injuries. Christian's courtroom demeanor showcased a shocking lack of remorse and defiance. The trial revealed evidence of his prior violent behavior, including assault and racial slurs on another train. Despite explicit statements displaying his unrepentant attitude, Jeremy Christian received 2 consecutive life terms in prison, underscoring the gravity of his crimes. This case serves as a poignant reminder of the devastating consequences of hate and extremism, emphasizing the urgent need to confront such ideologies in society. Randall Moore entered the courtroom of Polk County, where Randall Moore faced trial for the heinous murder of his ex-wife, Therese Marie Lynch. Moore's case took a dark turn as it unfolded, revealing a shocking lack of remorse for his actions. The trial exposed not only the brutality of the crime, but also Moore's disrespectful conduct in the face of the court, leaving a lasting impression on those who witnessed the proceedings. Randall Moore's case unfolded in a Polk County courtroom, exposing a chilling narrative of violence and murder stemming from a toxic relationship. Charged with the November 2011 murder of his ex-wife, Therese Lynch, Moore's actions began when Lynch sought to escape their abusive relationship by leaving him and filing a protective order. Moore, refusing to accept the end of their marriage, escalated the situation by kidnapping Lynch, leading to a hostage scenario. Officer Todd Rowland's heroic response to cries from the apartment resulted in Moore shooting him, miraculously surviving the attack. Moore's disturbing 911 call revealed his twisted motivation, a desire to see his 7-month-old baby. Throughout the trial, Moore's disrespect and lack of remorse were evident, interrupting victim impact statements and maintaining a callous demeanor in court. Found guilty on all charges, he received 3 life sentences for Lynch's murder and an additional 25 years for shooting Officer Rowland. Moore's case underscores the tragic consequences of domestic violence and its profound impact on victims and the criminal justice system. Camilla Gamet. The Michigan courtroom became the stage for the trial of Camilla Gamet, a 31-year-old woman accused of the brutal murder of her boyfriend, Marcel Hill. As the trial unfolded, it became evident that Gamet's defense was marred by inconsistencies, and her behavior in court shocked both the prosecution and the victim's family. This case explores the chilling details of the crime and the courtroom drama that ensued. Camilla Gamet's case unfolded in a Michigan courtroom, revealing a horrifying tale of domestic violence that led to the brutal murder of her boyfriend, Marcel Hill. In May 2018, Gamet attacked Hill in a violent rage, using various household items as weapons. When police arrived, they discovered Hill dead and Gamet covered in blood, armed with a knife and a smashed floor lamp. Despite the gruesome crime scene, Gamet attempted to justify her actions during the trial, claiming self-defense against an alleged assailant. However, evidence presented showed that she had stabbed Hill 12 times and bludgeoned him with a frying pan. During the courtroom proceedings, Gamet displayed a shocking lack of remorse. When confronted with victim impact statements, she rolled her eyes and even smiled, demonstrating a disturbing indifference to the pain she had caused. Given her history of domestic abuse, Gamet received a life sentence without the possibility of parole, underscoring the severity of her crimes. The case of Camilla Gamet serves as a tragic illustration of the devastating consequences of domestic violence and the urgent need to address such issues within society. Keith Allen Ferguson. In Kalkaska County, Michigan, the courtroom witnessed the trial of Keith Allen Ferguson, a man charged with a double murder that shook the community. The case unfolded with revelations of domestic violence, a callous attitude towards his own children, and a shocking lack of remorse for the lives he took. Ferguson's courtroom behavior added another layer of disrespect, leaving an indelible mark on the proceedings. Keith Allen Ferguson's case unfolded as a harrowing tale of domestic violence that escalated into a double murder in November 2014. Ferguson, from Kalkaska County, Michigan, faced charges of first- and second-degree murders, including kidnapping, after fatally shooting his wife, Tiffany Ferguson, and her father, James Weber. The tragedy occurred during an argument over their impending divorce. During the trial, Ferguson displayed a complete lack of remorse and empathy, cursing the judge, court officials, and everyone present. Tiffany's best friend highlighted that Tiffany had been living in fear of Ferguson, emphasizing his troubling behavior. Shockingly, Ferguson expressed no desire to see or communicate with his own children, further highlighting his callous attitude. As part of a plea deal, Ferguson pleaded guilty to the murders, receiving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The case of Keith Allen Ferguson serves as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of domestic violence and the urgent need to address such issues within our communities. Ronnie O'Neill III, Riverview, Florida, became the backdrop for the trial of Ronnie O'Neill III, accused of the double murder of his 9-year-old daughter, Ron Neve O'Neill, and his girlfriend, Kenyatta Barron. This case delves into the chilling details of the crimes, Ronnie's attempt to represent himself in court, and the shocking revelation of his lack of remorse for the heinous acts he committed. The case of Ronnie O'Neill III unfolded as a horrifying act of violence in Riverview, Florida, in March 2018. Ronnie brutally murdered his 9-year-old daughter, Ron Neve, and his 33-year-old girlfriend, Kenyatta Barron, using both a firearm and an axe. He also critically wounded his 8-year-old son during the vicious attack. During the trial in 2021, Ronnie represented himself, cross-examining his son, who testified against him. Despite overwhelming evidence, Ronnie maintained his innocence and accused his son of lying. The courtroom witnessed a disturbing display of a father questioning his own child about the night of the tragedy. Ultimately, Ronnie was found guilty of 7 charges, including 2 counts of first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Judge Michelle Sisko, with almost 20 years of experience, declared it the worst case she had ever seen. Ronnie O'Neill III was sentenced to 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole, emphasizing the severity and brutality of his crimes. The case underscores the tragic consequences of domestic violence and the profound impact on innocent lives. As we conclude these compelling true crime stories, we invite you to subscribe for more in-depth explorations into the complexities of human behavior and justice. Your support ensures we continue bringing you thought-provoking content. Subscribe now to stay connected and delve into the intriguing narratives we uncover. Thank you for joining us on this investigative journey, and we look forward to sharing more compelling stories with you.